Hi folks, this is Deepak Shanoy. Welcome to a Friday session with AP. We have a quick 5 minute note today on intermarket relationships and how they impact stocks. You've all seen the rupee this week. It's the 18th of March today. It's gone from 69 rupees in the middle of or in the end of February up to 66 rupees 50 paisa today. So it's actually resulted in if you look at the index itself, gone moved from on budget day, that was February 29th, at 6,850 odd levels to 7,600 today. That's an 800 or 750 point move, more than 10% in a matter of 2 weeks. The rupee has gone up from 69 to a dollar to 68, 66.50. But what happens in general with particular stocks, which are actually even more related to the index? AP has a great trade on Maruti, and we will go over to him to explain. Hi, AP. I hope the Maruti trade has been very kind on you.
Yeah,
It
it
is
was quite a timely trade and worked out well.
great, great. So I'll let you explain the trade and the concept. I think you got to share your screen as well.
Yeah. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can. I wonder why I have two of AP or three of AP. Let me just close that, and you should be able to see. Yes. Well, I'm gonna try and keep
Yeah, you
this.
can see it.
I can see your screen. One second. I'm just gonna move myself out of the picture so I'm much smaller. Okay, there you go. Okay, you can
Yeah,
close my
this is
uh, the screen.
yeah.
There you go. Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, this is a chart which has three. It is a chart of USD-JPY, Japanese index Nikkei, as well as Maruti on NSE. Now, this correlation has been going on since last 4 years almost, 2012, 2013. That was the time when Nikkei had bottomed out, where the USD JPY had bottomed out around 72. And at the same time, Maruti also was, I can't see the price here, but 1 minute. It was around 1200 rupees. That also had bottomed out on the long term chart. And after that, you can see all three went up together. The USD JPY went from 72 to something like 125. Nikkei also shot up remarkably. Of course, at that time the bull run was there everywhere in the world, but there was a big relation between USD JPY and Nikkei, like it is in the USD INR and our market. But at the same time, Maruti also went, and then around couple of I think January this year, this correlation reversed in the sense it stayed the same, but it Nikkei topped out, USD JPY topped out on 125, and at the same time, if you remember, in January, Maruti also crashed. So this long term chart was there, always there in my mind, that I always keep a track of USD JPY pair on I use a MT for free terminal to track world indices and forex. So whenever there was a big movement in JPY, Maruti always used to move here. Now, yesterday, what happened was our market, as everyone knows, was bullish. Maruti was also bullish, and suddenly I had seen in the chart. I'll show you the other chart, which is the MT4 terminal. Can you see this?
Yes, I can. Yes.
So, in this chart, yesterday, this is a 4 hour chart.
Awesome.
So, you can see how USD JPY has been bouncing from 110 to about 114, 115 levels over the last almost a month.
Yes, all Japanese central bank buying it recently, I think.
Yeah, exactly. BOJ intervention. And yesterday, what happened was this. You can see the cursor, right? The crosshair.
I do. Yes.
So here, yesterday in the morning, USD JPY started declining from 114. Declining in a sense, it's again a term which is wrongly used. It is the yen rising or yen falling. But here, since we are talking about numbers, we'll talk about declining from 114, and then it suddenly crashed to 111, 110 intraday. Of course, after that it gave a dip below the support of 111, and then it was rumored that the Bank of Japan has intervened and all that. But when I saw this first decline, I had a casual look at Maruti charts, hourly charts, and I also had a look at the Maruti put. And as you know, I always use Camrilla intraday levels for identifying entries and exits. And I realized that Maruti future was at a very big resistance on the Camrilla, and the put was at a very big support. So I said it's a very good low risk setup, and the put was I think some 26, 27, the 3600 put. And on the chart there was nothing below the put in terms of I mean the put was trading at the series low of March. The 3600 March put had never traded lower than that.
Awesome.
So in a way, it was a very bearish thing for that put also, which means bullish for Maruti. Normally, puts take support on previous swing lows, maybe over the last 3 months since they have started trading. But here it had gone below all the swing lows. But I thought that since this JPY thing is acting out in the world, why not take a small trade because the risk was very less. That is number one. Number two is the Nifty was approaching that 7585 spot, which already had made a double top intraday in the morning. So I used some sort of logical thinking that if at all bears have to attack to prevent 7585 being crossed, they have to attack an index stock. And which better stock rather than Maruti, because this is happening in the world. So that is the reason I looked at Maruti chart and Maruti put, because all other stocks were strong and bullish on intraday charts and not at resistances.
In
And as
fact,
luck would have it, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no, no, you were saying that in fact it was not that the primarily the Maruti chart itself was bullish or bearish. In fact,
Maruti chart was bullish, in fact.
correct, it was bullish, but it was a
Yeah,
JPY
yeah.
move that probably gave a leading indicator into a reversal in Maruti.
Yeah, actually, okay, till yesterday, in fact, why yesterday? Even till today afternoon, I also, like many others, was bearish because 7,600 is a very big resistance. So I was looking at things which will indicate why this stop might not be crossed. And that led me to believe that since that 7585 has made a double top, one top was I think on Monday and the second top was yesterday, which is a good enough place to take a low risk short. So instead of trading short in the Nifty, I started looking at stocks, because if there is one or two stocks which normally bears will attack at this kind of a very crucial juncture on Nifty. And that's how I zeroed in on Maruti, looking at USD. Okay, I was lucky enough to maybe that time only I happened to see that JPY move on the MT4 terminal, and that's
Correct.
why I took that put.
That's very interesting. Well, I mean, at one point, I think fundamentally also one of the reasons why Maruti chases behind the JPY is because it has these royalty payments to make to
Yes.
Maruti. It has this whole interconnection link of buying stuff from there, paying them royalty, paying them for materials, paying them for technology transfers. So there is an inherent intrinsic link of Maruti with them, which will probably get disconnected a little bit once Suzuki owns the plant in Gujarat. But
Yes.
still, I think Maruti will continue to have a yen influence on it. And Obviously, I think Maruti also has this, structural nature of saying if the yen strengthens substantially, the interest for for Suzuki in Maruti becomes lesser compared to
Yeah.
anything when it was lower. So, and 110 is also one of those levels where the Japanese central bank gets so panicky. So, and in
Right.
fact, today also, I think in the middle of the day, I was looking at intraday, you got a 5 to 10 minute lag with the USD JPY would move, then Maruti would move, and then USD JPY
Yes.
started
Yeah.
going back up, and then Maruti would move back up. So
No, in fact, this USD JPY relationship is not only with Maruti, because yesterday it happened that we got a good trade with Maruti, but even in general in terms of world equity markets, this 110 111 is a huge level. The moment 110 breaks, I think the whole all equity markets in throughout that is what happened. If you see the chart which I have shown on just now in August, when that big crash happened over here,
right. Oh
that
yeah.
time also USD JPY crashed from 124 to 116. So that was what triggered of the I mean the big sell off in the okay, I won't say this was the reason, this was one of the reasons, but that also one of the reasons why everywhere the world markets equity markets fell, including Nifty,
Yes.
Dow, US, Germany, everywhere. Again, here, same thing. So here yesterday I was looking at Nifty at a very strong resistance of 7,600, Japanese yen breaking 110. I was thinking, ye to abhi gaya, but somehow they have managed to save that 111, and let's see what happens now.
Yeah, no, we still have a few days left. I don't think the game is over yet. And as you
Yeah.
said rightly, one of the longer term pictures of USD JPY is also now JPY. There's so much JPY hanging around. There's so much carry trade happening with JPY that if that carry
Yeah.
trade were to unwind in any significant way, I mean, you're looking at the last 16 hours of trade. There has been a move from 113 to 110, which is a a fairly
Yes,
reasonable
it's a
thing to
huge
see.
move.
And even the
Yeah,
recovery is
absolutely.
only till 111. So it may still be that the worst is ahead. Nikkei is down when all other world markets are up. So you've got the
Yeah.
potential of an unwind coming in next week also because the USD JPY is not showing signs of strength.
Yeah, agree. In fact, Nikkei was down yesterday as well as today also. I think it was down some 200 odd points.
Correct, correct. Yesterday, in fact, it fell from plus 300 to minus 100. So it's
Yeah, in
a
fact, that was the point when Japanese yen fell, crashed to 110. That was the time Nikkei crashed. In fact, Nikkei was quite strong when we opened yesterday, and it crashed 400 points intraday from the top.
wow.
In fact, that was what I saw the first. I always keep an eye on the world market, so that I saw. Then I saw this GPY thing, and then I realized something is wrong.
Yeah, it's quite amazing because if the JPY strengthens, the markets fall. If the rupee strengthens, our market goes up. So it's like one is an exporter, one is an importer, and you can see the difference.
Yeah, I know.
So amazing. But great, AP. I think this is a good indication of
Yeah,
how
and
the market.
just to tell you this, 3600 put went from a low of 24 to a high of 78 today, almost three times.
Wow, in one day. Wow, that's
Yeah,
just incredible.
yesterday around noon to today around noon,
Yeah,
24 hours.
that's 24 hours,
Yeah,
3x, and all in a JPY play. The Maruti chart
absolutely.
itself was bullish. Well, the Japanese trade kind of indicated. Sometimes you wonder how these things kind of work out, but luck aside, there's also a logic to this whole trade, and it's a lower risk trade, like you said. It said if it went up, you would get out of the trade at a much lower loss.
Yeah, because the Maruti lot is only 125. Buying a put at 25, 26 is hardly 3,000, 3,500 rupees per lot.
Right.
So
If
the
you
risk was
even
not
risk
much.
even if you risk half that, that's not a big deal to
Yeah,
play with when you've got a 2x or 3x reward in a day.
exactly. Yeah.
Perfect. These kind of informational videos will help everybody understand how trading happens at different kind of levels. We've used technical levels, used Camarilla, we've used now intermarket dependencies to actually look at different ways to
Yeah.
identify and plan and de-risk trades by setting up stop losses specific to different instruments. So we hope this will encourage more investors to look at systematic approaches to trading.